Alrighty. Okay, let's get started. And I'll mute myself too. Now, one of the things I've never thought about is the welcome to another live stream. Today we're going to be doing Michael Jackson's Human Nature, which is a fantastic song. I actually can't get enough of this song. It's just the lushness of it. It's amazing. Of course, I have to be careful when I'm playing because things get switched off and not demonetized. This isn't for money, obviously. I'm doing it for the pure joy, and also to show this this lovely desk and the way that I work too. I aim to be doing more of these, but it's just been a little bit busy. Okay, cool. So one of the things that always happens when I load in tracks, it comes in alphabetical order, and I want to see if Windows is smart. I don't know if it is smart, but I want to see if Windows is smart. I want to see if I select things in a particular order, will it remember those first? Who knows? And then if I did say my background vocals, no, oh no, hang on, how do I do this? It would be, I would go like this. So I'm starting from a completely clean thing. And it's really, this video is just to really show what it's like setting up the desk and organizing your mix to be organized, and then just to do a rough mix and see what it feels. All right. Okay. So if I go now down to here and I'm pulling in this, let's just say I'm going to actually bring in some Kabasa, bonk, bonk. Will it do it in order? Kick, low tom, hi-hat. I have no idea if it's going to do that in this order. It might not. Snare, and then we've got some keyboards, which is going to be in the emulator, and piano, and then synth, and then again I've got some vocals at the end. Oh no, let's put some the bass, and then the guitar, and then we've got some vocal dubs. Why? And then background vocals with delay. Who knows if it does this though? If this does, this will actually make my life a lot easier. Here we go. And import. Nope. It did it in alphabetical order. Alrighty, well that's fine. Alright, the first thing we need to do is start organizing these tracks, because they are a bit messy right now. So let's have a little look-see here. Go over here. What do we have? We've got a bunch of stuff that's all in alphabetical order, which does not help me at all. So let's start moving things around. Let me see what we're going to move first. One of the things that is a little bit better in the new Resolve, it's very much like Logic, is that you can grab stuff and move the tracks around. This one is a little bit different. It's a little bit more finicky. It's a bit more kind of keyboard based, and with that in mind, it's not as I don't think it's as fluid as it could be, but it's fine. You get used to it. So I think what I want to have first is all the background vocals. So if I take everything down here, and add all these tracks there. Why is that track not on? Doesn't like that track. And I notice that some tracks are stereo, but they're panned over to the left and right. Isn't that weird? So if I'm just going to make some space here, we've got the Moog, then background vocals, then that. So let's just quickly go into this. Again, one of the things that's very cool is that you'll be able to see that I'll do things with two hands here. So I'll go cut clip, and then I'm just going to move it down by a bunch, just so that it's out of the way. Bonk. Now we can go back up. And let's get all of the vocally stuff in one place. So let's take this, and let's move that down to somewhere else. Background vocals. Let's get all the ahs and the whys and all that too, wherever they are. Guitar, all of Michael Jackson's vocals, synth mix, vocal dub. So let's take those. Oops. Bonk. Is there any other? That's Moog. That's percussion. I think we'll do the percussion next. No, let's get all the. I feel like I want to get all the keyboards in one area, but percussion might not be a bad idea. So let's take this and move it somewhere else. Whoops, a daisy. Didn't deselect everything. Pop it down here. Hey, Homegrown and Peter S. Fantastic, nice to see you. I was actually trying to set up a tablet here so that I can watch the live stream thing, whoops, on the side and have it. But maybe I do have time to do that, so I can actually see your comments and stuff. I'm going to YouTube for the first time on this, but I don't know if I have a place to put it without it falling over. How about right there? Wow, okay. I'm going to have to search up myself. That's kind of silly for some reason. And then I'll be able to, hopefully I'll be able to see the comments and things. God, I got adverts. Wow, okay. Looks like I can. Boom. That was easy. All right, I can see your name. Good afternoon from Homegrown and Peter S. Cheers from Boulder, Colorado. Fantastic. All right, so what was I doing before I interrupted myself with all this malarkey? We've got our vocals there. We've got our percussion kind of in that one area. I think we've got some emulate. We've got keyboard. Let's move the keyboards. Electric piano, and then other electric piano. Yeah, let's move those there. Right, so we've got that. Let's move those up. Let's give ourselves a little break here. Bonk. And then I think we can probably have the percussion. Feels like a good place to start, but oh no, let's just move the guitars in. And we'll get organized here. Peter S. Huh. It is a retro adventure. This one's less retro. This one's because this desk is obviously Fairlight have made lots of different things in the past, and then when they went into multi-track recorders and then recording consoles, and this is a little known fact, when this desk came out, it does VST instruments. They also made a purpose-made VST, which I do not have. Apparently it's somewhere. I need to get a hold of it. And it's a small emulation of the Fairlight CMI. All right? and it just looks like a really stripped down basic CMI apparently. And it runs on this console. So you can run a Fairlight CMI console on the Fairlight EVO. So, but this desk, I think, was commissioned. They started making these in about 2012, 2010, something like that. And then they stopped making, well, they stopped I think the last ones were like 2015 or 16. They were still selling them then. And then that's when Blackmagic bought them, obviously. And then from there, they've obviously modified and made all this screen more kind of modern looking. So this does, I feel, look a little bit retro perhaps. But the rest of it, like the screen here and all the other stuff, it has stayed the same. They've given it a kind of black vibe, and it's the desk is much darker grey, and it says Fairlight and it says Blackmagic design here. And they've added some extra buttons. Some buttons I'm not entirely keen on. There's a mistake here that I feel they've made, but it's a software fix thing that there's an extra buttons here, and when you press this button, it doesn't light up, and you don't know what mode you're in, which makes things a little bit tricky. But anyhow, talk about that later. Let's cut this. Let's put all the guitars. That's what I was going to do, wasn't it? Is that what I decided I was doing? Moving the guitars. So that's the guitars in there. So you know what I should really do is I should move the bass in there too then, if that's the case. And where is that bass? I think that bass is down at the bottom, isn't it? There it is. Oh, you know what I haven't done? I haven't grouped any of these things yet either. I should. That would actually make my life a little bit easier. Okay, I think we're getting there. Is that there's guitar, there's bass, and there's all the start of the percussion. You know the biggest pain of this thing is, and it is a pain. I actually tried to even make a macro for it. I haven't been successful. There's these macros right here. Oh, I wish I could change my screen to show you the top view. I could do that, couldn't I? Let me just try that. There we go, there's the top view. We've got these macros here. But it doesn't work, and I dare not press it because it actually puts the desk in a funny place. Okay, let's go back to where I was. Oh, look at that, success. Greetings from Germany, fantastic. It is a thing of beauty, isn't it? Look at that. It is really gorgeous. In fact, there's other angles they've got on here. If I go to camera 4, and I cut there, whoops. No, now I'm messing things up. You get better angles of it, but it's now putting all my messiness to display here. All right, we'll go back to this. Let me know if there's other views that you think are better than this. I have got a view set up, and I should have actually been a bit more organized. That shows it shows this screen, and maybe I can do that. Maybe I can do, but I'll keep it. I like it because you can see what's going to be happening on the meters and stuff like that. I'll maybe change it later. You know, fantastic. All right. So now we've got the congos, and now we're gonna move the rest of the percussion in. So let's start doing that. We've got our hi-hats, got our kicks. Actually, I feel like our kicks should be the first thing, to be honest. So let's just move these down a little bit. Bonk. Let's move that up there. Yeah, what I was saying, one of the things that isn't good about this is that when you bring in clips, it doesn't name the track the same as the clip, and you can't move the tracks around. Even though there's a handy-dandy track swap button, it doesn't actually do that. So it's a little bit of a pain. And yeah, that's one thing I wish was a little bit, because what you'll see is I have to do this fancy footwork of naming the tracks so that they appear on the desk nicely, and that's a bit of a pain. All right, let's get on with this. Also, I've got an untidy gap here of 3 tracks, which will not do. Bonk. And then we've got our toms. You can move up here. Where's the rest of them? Background, emulator, electric piano, bass, and the start of the drums. So there's Michael's vocals, and then we've got oh, there's percussion, and then we've got snare. I don't think we need that side cut. No, never mind. There's that there. All right, cool. and I can safely move those up. Oh. They are. All right. Wow. This is all just organization, but it does bring them in alphabetical, which isn't the handiest thing. All right, then we've got all the vocals there. Do I bring that click in? I should just, I don't know why. Doesn't do anything. All right, boom, we're getting there. We'll leave a 2-track gap. And there's a reason why. It makes it easier for when I'm linking tracks together. All right, cool beans. I'm so glad everyone's here. It's so lovely to see everyone there. Use Your Brain, Peter S., Homegrown. I'm very happy if anyone's here. All right, and then we've got our synths. Oh, I wonder if I should put the synths beside the... let's see if they should be beside anything else. The guitar. No, it's fine where it is. All right, I'll just move them up a little bit. Boop, 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 boop. All right, that's not bad. Okay, here's the... Thank you, my dear fellow, Homegrown. Here's the boring part, and it is really tedious. Basically, what... Oh, I have to name the tracks same as the clips. But what I'm going to do first... And, oh, this is what I could do. I could do this with the overhead view, if that works. Hang on. Right, if I do that, but hang on, if I do... Oh, I was trying to get the things on the top there. Maybe that's not going to work. Eh? Nah, that's not going to work. I was basically going to try and show you... I was trying to show something and be smart, but you'll be able to see it on the touch screen. But it should make things a little bit easier, because basically one of the things that's cool about this is that if I go to link groups, see that? I can actually say, I can go like this: 1, 2, link track; 3, 4, link track; 5, 6, link track. And if I go to the wide shot, maybe this will work. If I go like that, it's kind of handy dandy for me to be able to go 7, 8, link track; 9, 10, link track. And I can kind of go on like that. And then I can see 11, 12, link track; 13, 14, link track. Then I've got 2 gaps, but that's why I was linking them before. Bonk, bonk. If I do 2-track gap in between, I can always link these tracks and put them all together. Boop, boop, boop. Now, I have seen some tracks. I have to be careful here, but it does make it... I can go super fast when I'm doing this. Wow, it looks like I'm... Hey! Alan, in London, UK, but from Scotland. Woo! Alan Baxter. Fantastic. Good to see a fellow Scot here. All right, and I'm going to keep on going doing this. But imagine doing this on a mouse. I think it'd actually be more difficult. I should be really careful though, because some channels are separate, and I just need to keep an eye on it. All right, I think we're doing okay so far. Yeah. Oh no, look at that. Oh no, that's fine. And then I can just do it like this as well. Have it off to the side. Isn't that handy? I don't know why I find this quite pleasurable to do. Maybe it's the ADHD thing. I like repeating tasks that can drown out my brain. All right. All right, we're almost there. Boop, boop, bonk, 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 bonk. May as well link them all. And then the last one, 83, 84, linked. Great. Now comes the boring, the boring part. But I did see there was something I want to check first. And it's very early on. There it is there. See this one here? This is going to be my first actual task here. This is split. This is... The system knows when it's a stereo track. You You can leave it into 2 mono tracks, but it'll still treat it as stereo, and there's sometimes advantages for that. So I go to 5 and 6, and I unlink those, and I go to 6 and 7, and I unlink those. Now what I need to do here is I go into this, and it actually still thinks it's a stereo track, right? So then what I need to do is I go to press this button here called Cleave Clip. You should. Oh, I'm on the overhead. Maybe I'll move back to this. There's this one down here called Cleave Clip, and then that, I think it sounds funny to say it. Boom. Now that splits into 2 mono tracks. And then from that one, there's nothing in that. Obviously, if I go nice and close in, let's have a little close look. Yeah, there's nothing in that. Nothing going on there. And I can see it's one of these left and right things, so I kind of know there's nothing there. So if I just go erase clip, it's gone. Then I'm going to go down to that track there, same thing, cleave clip. Be careful saying that. And then, oh, and then this, obviously, I forgot I need to unlink this one. I thought I had. Oh, I unlinked the wrong one. Fair enough. It's actually 7 and 8 unlink. Look at that. I did it with the mouse and it was so boring. And then this one. It's so nice to see everyone here. That's great. There. So now what I can do, if I really want to be smart, is I could just move that up a little bitty. So let's just do that, and then I'll pop it on that same, on the next track there. And then I can actually now, for some reason, move these up. Boop, boop, boop. Did I do something wrong there? No. All right. Actually, let's... No, I didn't. It's fine. I don't know why. I thought I did something wrong there. It looked funny. Cut clip. Move them up. Bonk. Don't know why I deselected that track. It threw me off. Oh, because it's going on to a track that isn't Thingbead. So let's just fix that. Let's go back to my link. Do I have a button for that? No, I don't. Let's go to link groups. I'm going to bring it back over. I'm going to relink 5 and 6 back up, and then I'm going to relink 7 and 8 back up. Boom. Look at that. Touchscreen. Fantastic. Alan Baxter, whereabouts are you from? I used to live in Kelso, Galashiels, Selkirk, and for my sins I lived in Hawick. Who did I piss off? Alright, let's move these up a little bit. I don't know why. You don't really need to keep this tidy. I just guess I do. Alright, so we have got our track. Let's do a quick save. So I'll do that, and I'm going to, you can see where I've been working before. Let's just do this, 2. Don't need a name for it. All right, we've got everything we need. We're all organized. We are good here. Wow. Now comes the boring part. I really don't like doing it. Oh, why did I unlink 1 and 2? Don't think I meant to do that. All right. Okay, we've got a little bit of work to go ahead now. Let me go back to 24 tracks. Also, what's cool is you can double click on any stereo track, and it will minimize its size to make it nice. The only thing is, when you have a lot of tracks, it actually does take a little bit of work to get through all of them. I think I need to do some tidying up here as well, because there's just too many. There's too much gaps. All right. Let's get these down. And yes, it doesn't allow you to do it it doesn't allow you to do it globally, sadly. But it does make things nice and tidy. So let's just keep with that. I'm all for keeping things tidy, because the next thing I don't want to do, which is the naming of the damn tracks. All right, I can get to the rest. Oh, let's just get them done. It's funny, I actually haven't heard any audio yet. Who knows what this even sounds like? What you can see inside the got an advert. What I can see is what was I going to say? Whoops. My brain had a little fart there. Don't know what I'm talking about. Is it on 32? Oh, there's the one. That's what I need to do. Okay, almost there. Done. So we've done that. Everything's nice and tidy now. I've got my little gaps in there. All is well. I feel like I need to tidy up those gaps. Those ones are going to bug me. Yeah, I am. Because why not? Let's just go down. It's funny, yeah, you've not heard any actual music yet. And as you can see in there, there's a bunch of different takes of Michael singing. Oh, I just screwed that up. However, I just realized something I can do. No, I'm not going to do that. All I want to do was select all these and keep on going and do the rest. All so I can move this up by 1. That's literally it. Now I'll have to look up here to see if I've done it the right amount. There we go. Done. Okay, let's see what this sounds like. This hodge, it's going to sound very, very crazy. Oh, all the mixers are 0. Okay, I'm going to do a cool thing. This is cool. Right, one of the things that's cool is that you've got this blue button. This blue button does lots of things. It brings up all this extra stuff on the side here, and it allows you to do things like jumping between the amount of tracks that you see on screen, right? Right. But if I do this, and you can just touch the tracks, and then they all zero out. So if I do this, they'll all come up to the 0 position. Now, I've not mapped the tracks yet, and so there's a lot of them that aren't going to be doing anything. But I can bring some of them up at least, so we can at least hear a little bit of something. Isn't that cool? As soon as you touch them, they all just flip up. I guess they are not mapped, so this is very, very messy right now. And we probably won't hear much of anything. These are all lives. Okay, maybe we'll hear something? Nope, let's go into the touchscreen. Let's also bring up, all of these are supposed to go through main, and then I guess main is switched off down here. Nothing's organized in this one. So now we should be able to hear something. Why didn't you select tracks from the panel? Yeah, I can. But I've actually got more tracks. I can do it here. So I can just do that, which is great. Bonk, 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 bonk. You're absolutely right. I should have just done it that way. I think it's because on this one here, thank you for that handy tip. Use your brain. I think I should use my brain. It's because I got out of the habit on that one because there's more tracks here. I've only got this programmed up to go up to 4 to 8 tracks here, and there's more tracks. So that's my excuse. It's not a very good excuse. I really should have been better at that, but never mind. All right, so now we should be able to actually, hear something. There we go, you can. Now, if I come down to this, and you hear all of Michael's stuff by himself, that's kind of interesting. Because you can hear there's different things going on.
To touch a stranger, an electric eyes are everywhere.
Whoa, they're like in totally different keys and stuff. What I can also see is, what's that? You can control it also from the little screen. Yeah, I can. Yeah, you can. That's a very good point. Is that I can quickly select tracks here to actually do it that way. I do get out of the habit of that because it's a lot easier for me to look there and do it that way. Okay, let's go back to the screen we had. Bonk. All right, boom. Okay, so that's funny, isn't it? Oh, there's so. bit messy there. All right. So I have to name the tracks. This part is tedious, but it does make it better in the end. You almost have as many displays as I have. Ooh. I've got. You mean here? There's those three on this thing here. It's kind of cool. Each of these are all touch screens, and then each of these is a little display. Look at this. Each of these is a display. That counts. Each of these is a little display. This is a display. These are little displays. So I've got quite a few displays, I feel. I've got quite a lot going on. All right. Yeah, I'm putting it off because I don't want to do it. It's this shuffle that I have to do. So basically, nope, please leave me alone. I have to go name clip and then name track. It's choose from Poland. Aviation Odyssey. Holy moly, Poland, that's fantastic. Oh, by the way, I didn't hear Warrington spent a decade. Oh, the Cairngorms, oh my goodness. Cairngorms is lovely and wet. All right, so we basically have to do this thing. We go name clip, and I go copy, then I go name track, and I go paste. And it's a pain in the arse because it's got like this human nature written in there. Oh, that's painful. Ooh, wow, that is going to be tough. All right, and then we go on to tracks 3 and 4. We do the same thing. Name clip, copy, track. I'm just going to do it like that. It's just going to have to be done the boring way. Name clip, copy, name track, paste. So this is going to be 10 minutes of my life I won't get back. Name clip, copy, name clip, paste. I wish. Oh, actually, use your brain. Do you know how to? Maybe it's on Resolve, but do you know how to do it on this to do a global clip name to track name? Oh my goodness, that would be so much fun. Clip, copy, name track, copy. It does make a big difference for me though. Name clip, copy. But it is boring. My goodness. Whereabouts in Poland are you, Aviation Odyssey? All right. There's some things about this keyboard that are... I've actually got a spare one of these little doohickeys here because this particular keys, as you notice, I'm having to kind of press the buttons a bit gingerish, or a bit harsh, because they're a little bit some of the some of the buttons that just need a bit more of a firm press, and Mr. Steve Rance tells me that they get dirty, and you can very easily take them apart and clean them, but I haven't done that. But he does say that it's one of the things that after a while they just get a little bit, the buttons kind of wear out, and they just need to be you just need to get new buttons. But so I have got one that and I don't know why I didn't use it. I think there was something. Oh, I know what it was. The display wasn't as clean, and it turned out I was going to have to take the whole darn thing apart, which didn't make me feel like I really want to do, as I'm lazy. All right, we're halfway, but it does make a difference. But it will make my my tracks listings quite kind of messy, which is a bummer. Speaking of more displays, so I've also got I can't bring it in right now, but I've also got this. I've got some stuff that I'm doing on my Mac now. I've got a little video I'm going to post about that, so I can actually talk with the camera that's back there, and also route the screen through here too. So I'll be doing more of that because I'm finding that I'm using my I'm using the Logic a lot synchronized with this machine, and my goodness, does this machine synchronize? I haven't put the video out yet, but oh my goodness. That's what I hate about maintenance cycles. You find an issue, you find 6 more. Oh my goodness, that is so true. That's actually one of the reasons why I'm like hiding from it. I'm like, no, I'm just going to work until I really need to take this apart, because one of the issues that Oh, final. This is. Oh, wait a minute. Name track. These names are too long, so I'm going to type this one in. MJ. Final. See how hard I'm having to press? Vocals. I'm glad I found that, because these are all just takes. Second demo. I'm just going to name them like this. MJ second demo. See how I'm having to press this a little bit hard? Too long? That system using FAT16 conventions? Yeah, it feels like it. Well, it's not FAT16. It's more that there's, if you see on the screen here, where's that? Is that showing? There you go, on the left-hand screen, that way. See where the mouse is. There's only so much space for each track. That's all. There's only so much. So this is, I'm just going to name this myself. And we won't be using any of these tracks, I don't think, because there's a final take in there. Take 1, and then I'll go down to doop, name track, MJ TK2. Wow, did a lot. TK3. All right, we're getting there. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. TK4. It'd be interesting to listen to them though. MJ TK5. See the way I'm having to press that a little bit harder. Okay, synth mix. Here we go. Clip, copy, bonk, bonk. Oh, pressing the wrong button. Name clip, copy, paste, boop, boop. Down, name clip, copy, paste. At some point, there will be music and mixing. Name clip, copy, paste. Name clip, copy, paste. I was actually thinking of starting this demo. Look at that, it's done. I was thinking of doing this demo and deleting all this stuff. And look how cool I am. Everything's fine. But I think one of the issues is that part of what I'm wanting to do is to show the desk, is to show how it works and show the layout. And I really think that this desk got a lot to offer. But of course, if I sidestep the parts that are actually, what I should do is just mention, I believe a lot of these issues that I'm talking about are gone in the new Resolve software. But we'll see. That level of audio I/O generally scares me. It's funny, you should see the I/O over there. I wish I could add another camera that showed the stuff. Actually, no, you can't see it. I'd have to move some of my stuff. But I've got a lot of I/O. This can take hundreds and hundreds of tracks, and I think in each I/O unit you can put 48 I's or O's, 48 I/O, and you can have all I's, and you can have. They've got big, huge IP addresses on the front, so you can just stack like 10 of them and get a whole bunch in. And then you can also choose if you want the cards that are inside to be analog cards or digital cards. So it's kind of cool. All right, we've successfully done those naming conventions. It is going to make a bit more trouble because it's got HN written in all of them. But I think we've got to the stage that we are going to now start laying out the tracks. So let's first of all, I'm going to maybe put it to this one so you can kind of see the top of my desk. All right. Aviation, I'm in a feature film mixer running Neve DFC. Oh, wow. All these days we use ourselves in desktop console. Yeah. Yeah, the desktop console, I think, let me come back for a little second. I think the desktop console, it's really funny. One of the things that it does use is these knobs and these buttons are the same knobs from here. The pan knobs, they're identical. But the rest is all just, it's much newer hardware. And I think the desktop controller, are you meaning the one that's different from this controller? It's different from this one. It's this one with the faders built in. I think that's a really good idea. It's got stuff that you still need a keyboard with, and that's why I really think that this part here is arguably more important than the fader packs, because this you can do so much with this. I think it's with the knobs down the side and the screen, it is killer. One thing that is very interesting, and this is something I can probably get to at some point, is that in the new consoles there's no touch screens because people didn't really use them. But I think that with now the advent of people using a lot more of the skeuomorphic design plugins that you get, I think it's important to show that. In fact, I can kind of do that if I just grab a track here, okay, and I quickly go to plugins, and I go to config and add plugin, and my plugin's up here over there. I'll just bring them onto the main screen here, and I'm going to spin all this way down, and I'll go to the AMEC 909, and I go add, and up it comes. Ba-bam. Right, now I'm going to go to a different view right now, and you'll kind of be able to see it. I should have done it in a different way, but I didn't know I was going to be doing this. But if I go here, right, and you can see the screen, you can see the thing. What's this? I could of course change some of the values by just adjusting the knobs. Let me go back here for a second. All right, so you can see I can change the knob, and you can see the values are kind of changing on there, and that's fine. See the THD all. I can grab it with the mouse and click and do that, but I can do this. I can adjust them like this, and this is cool. Hey, everything's fantastic, right? But this is the next part. It's just fantastic. I love this part. Watch this. I can just grab on the screen. I can grab the knob and adjust it. I can grab the fader and move it up and down. I can grab anything. I can switch all these things on and off. Isn't it fantastic? And so I'll show it. You won't be able to see the thing, but you'll be able to see the effect of it. So if I just lean over here and grab this, or lean over here and grab that, it is just works fantastic. Isn't that great? All right, but I am going to close that out and then also config delete plugin, because I don't want to get messed up. Okay, what is next? We're going to lay out the desk. Okay, so let's do that from the top here. I do sometimes confuse myself, it seems. We are going to start from the very front, and we are going to go from background vocals. And so the way we do this, we go to setup, we go to fader sets, and we go map faders. Simple as that. And it starts over here, and then I start basically putting in my tracks. Background vocals. Are those not tied together? Oh, they are. And then they start appearing on the screen here. Look at that. I start just filling them up here. Oh, okay, hang on. I've got all emulator. Oh, actually, I want to go back to here. Let's come out of that. I want to go back to here. I've got vocal dubs YY, and then I've got track 13. But what I'm going to do is instead, I'm going to map a fader and just put that blank. Oops, nope. I'm messing things up now. Background vocals. Track 13. You can just say blank, and it leaves a little blank space. Boop. And then I've got all my emulate. I want my keyboards. I'm going to actually leave those blank. So I do blank, blank, blank. Then I go here. And from here, I'm going to start putting my keyboards. So I'm going to start putting my there, emulator, then emulator, then emulator, then that, then a blank. That's keyboards. And I guess I could then have my bass, and then nope, I want a gap there. So I'm going to put bass, and then I'm going to put a gap, and then I'm going to put my guitar, and then my guitar. Boom. So I got my keyboards there, some keyboards. I think there's other keyboards. And then I've got my bass there, and then my guitar's there, and then I've got to keep that blank. Boom. I'm going to probably put something in here. Then we go to page 2. Or I can press that and go to page 2. And let's start here. And I'm just going to start blanking these out because it's kind of become messy. Same with this. So messy. Let's clean out all those. And those are lives. I don't really need them. I've got no lives coming in, so it's clear there's. I like to start with a clean desk and then add in what I need. Boom. All right. So I've got the first part here laid out. That's my background vocals, and then I might just bring Michael's vocals right there. Let's do that. So let's go and find his vocals. His vocals are. That's great. Just wish they put that touchscreen closer. Reaching out, it's actually not that bad. It feels like it's a real, like a long thing, but it's just the right distance, and I don't do it that often. And also just the distance of this console is so perfect. Like the distance for focusing, it's not too close, so you don't get eye strain. Even the colors of this desk are this kind of low contrast gray. It's very nice on the eyes for long periods of time. So I was going to go and grab Michael's vocals, and I think if I go down here and I come to map faders, and I'm going to just go here, and I think if I go down to yeah, so we've got Michael Jackson's Final, I'm going to put there, bonk, and then here I'm just going to have a few of the other ones. That's the demo. Because these track names are now long, they're actually getting in the way. I can't really see. But let's just put second and 1 and 2 and 3 just for fun, and then the final one, knowing that we'll probably keep them down there. So that's his vocals in there. That's fine. Exit. Now we're going to go to 2. So what we put in 2 is I think I'm going to put all the percussion in. Yes, I think my Evo is just the right size. It's interesting. I've always had this lust for like having a massive console, but then you realize it is sometimes sounds funny. It's sometimes too big. You this size here, if you look at the size there, it's just the right size that I can reach over here and reach over there, and I kind of almost like engage my core a little bit, moving backwards and forwards. So nothing's actually too far, and I don't need to scoot. I don't need to scoot around. So it really is just the right size. And having this in the middle and having things laid out left and right, I'm kind of ADHD and I need like object permanence. I need stuff like laid out physically for me. And so that's why I like having it in areas where I can remember where stuff is. Like I like having vocals near here beside me and things like that. So I've got the emulator stuff there, the piano stuff, the bass guitar. Oh wow, I've got a yes, it's so much better. You can stay in the sweet spot and mix. Absolutely, it's a very good point. Let's now, wow, I've got adverts coming on. I didn't know there was adverts, holy moly. All right, let's get the synth mix. You know what, there are some more synth things in there. Whoops, I think something has happened. Did I forget about 3? Oh, let me just fix that. I really thought I'd clean them all out. Huh. Okay. Right. So I've got the vocals there, I've got the Michael Jackson thing there, I've got the emulator there, and then I've got the guitar there. I do have these synth things, these synth mix things. So maybe I'll just put those on the second page. I should have been more organized and just have them there, but it's fine. So let's just go here. Let's go to Setup, Map Faders. And let's put the synth mix on there. See, you can't really see it, but actually, if I go to, I can actually show you if this works. And I do this. Oh, look at that! Nice close-up. Because all of the tracks have got that HN at the beginning, all I'm seeing is HN, 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 HN. So it's actually a little bit more difficult to see the name of things to actually know what I'm going to be moving. But I know it's the later on ones. So I can see synth, 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 synth. So pretty much if I go synth mix 1, synth mix 2, there we go. That's them there. All right, that's cool. Hey, it's good that that actually worked. There we go. Let's keep on going. And now I can go back to 1. Oh, that's interesting. Wow, now I've really done it. How do I get rid of that, my dear people? Whoa, I've really screwed it up. Wow. Epically failed. I feel like I don't think I can do anything right now. That's actually better than nothing, but it's not what I want. I honestly don't know how I've managed to do any of this. But if I go this, there we go. All right, I'm getting back to some sanity here. Sorry for that. What a mess. Holy moly. Okay, so I got my synth there. Now I need to populate with all this percussion and everything. So I'm going to come back here and come back to, got the emulators. Oh, I look pianos. Did I get those in there? Piano, emulators, yeah. And then bass, then guitar, then, oh, drums. Let's do all the drums. And let's start here. Map faders, bonk. Okay, we're going to come back to track 33, which I can't see, of course. .33, bonk. Then, feels like I really need to start naming them because the names are too damn long. All right. Anyway, that's just the way it is. Cool. All right. We've actually got most things mapped there. I've got the percussion. We've got everything done there. Snare, and then we've got the tracks. I've kind of got everything on 2 banks. So what we need to do now is really start. Let's start bussing these out. So let's make some buses. Bus format. All right. First of all, let's make all these buses stereo. This is the setup part, I guess. Still a lot of work. So let's just put vocals, BG vocals. Let's do percussion, drums. No, just do drums, the whole thing. And then let's do bass, not really a group. And then let's add a bit more, let's add one more. Boop, boop, boop. What else do we need? Guitars. And we also need keys and synths. Let's put keys in there for now. We might need to add. And let's make them all nice colors, for crying out loud. This is no good. Let's go with a green for him. Let's go with an orange for drums. Bass, we'll do pink. Guitars, another kind of blue. Keys, red. I think that's the official colors. All right. Bonk, save. All right, and now generally I put it on 5. I like to have them there because if you look at the top left there, if you see over on that screen up there, whoops, this screen up there, and you can see that the buses are actually named. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the buses right in front of me, handy dandy style. So map faders, and then I'm going to go to, I think, We'll start there. And then in here, I press the buses, and I got all my buses right here. So handy. Vocals, drums, dun, 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 dun. Fantastic. Exit. Done. And then I'm going to bring them all up. Actually, or I can do this. Doot, doot, like that. Those are all up. Now I just need to assign them, which is actually not that bad at all. Okay, so now this part is actually interesting because it's easier to do on the screen. See this messy here? I really need to take out all these long names, but we'll do that later on. So so backgrounds are on 2, background vocals. So you hold down 2 and then you just keep on going along like that. That's on 2, fine. And then you switch off the main bus. And then the next one is emulation, so that's keys, so that's 6. And then bass is 4. And then guitars is 5. Boop, boop. And then drums is going to be on 3 and 4. I might separate that into percussion and drums, but let's just see. So that's drums is 3. Lots of percussion. Then a gap. Then Michael, final vocals. Let's put him on 1 and 1. And 1, and all of those are going to be on 1. And then synths are going to be back on keys. Let's put those back on 6. Let's go along here. No, not that one. Boom. And then I just switch off all the main bus on that. Okay, we're going to actually hear some music in a little second. That's interesting, isn't it? And then I'm going to quickly save. All right. Here we go. Whoa. Why is there no audio whatsoever? Huh? Oh. I didn't bus the buses back to the main bus. I'll be using some of those. All right, there we go. Now it makes sense. Here we go. All right. Vocals. Whoa. Background vocals. Drums. All right. Bass. Not much. Guitars. And keys. Nice. Ah, Da Vinci Girl, how are you doing? Nice to see you there. So let's go through. We're going to switch them on, and let's go to the vocals. So that's interesting. I'm hearing his other vocals because they're still on the main mix there. I need to just kill those. Second demo. No, they're all off. That's interesting. So if I just listen to, if I mute everything, boop, and I've just got vocals on, I should only hear. Oh wow, okay. So I've obviously left out one of the Michael Jackson tracks. I didn't take all of them along with me for the ride because I didn't put them onto the desk. So I just need to take out this one here. And that should just be on its own. Oh, there we go. If they made a DAW control of that layout, well, they do. They do. So if you are in DaVinci Resolve, you get this middle panel here. You get this middle thing. But if you start buying these panels, the software sees them and goes, "Hey, you want a screen there? Where do you want it?" And then there's this little desktop or console configurator where basically you say, "Oh, you want that screen to match these faders so that they line up together," and you just drag and drop, and you go boom, 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 and you pop them all in together, and that's how it works. And I really feel, and I've been saying this for a while now, there's going to be a stage where people will be able to use Resolve as their DAW. I know that sounds crazy, but this particular machine can take VSTs, like VST instruments, and it has got a basic MIDI implementation, which I've got other videos on, and it's kind of incredible that you can actually do VSTs on this. I don't know if they want to go down that road, but everyone else is in flow in the DaVinci Resolve workflow. Everyone else, anyone doing visual effects in Fusion, anyone doing roto, anyone doing editing or color grading, everyone can kind of work a lot at the same time. The color graders can still work even though the edit's still happening. Anyone to a certain degree. The only person that is out of that loop is the audio. You know, anyone. So if you're working, you have to basically get picture, load up the picture, bring it in, make sure it's in the right place, and then do your audio. And then next day you're going to get different picture, and it's all changing. I feel that if they can find a way of putting a proper full DAW into Resolve, it would allow the musician to stay in flow, and they don't need to do anything. You just see the new cues coming in, and you'd be able to then adjust your stuff. It could be very interesting. Did Blackmagic change their mind on MIDI implementation? Good question. Use your brain. I think it's more that they're taking one step at a time. I think, and I think in terms of did they change their mind, I think they had their eyes on different things. It's like, let's get a world-class audio mixing system in this ecosystem, and I think MIDI was lower down, so they switched all that off. However, you might have noticed on the new Resolve there is beats and measures that's in there, and you can load up VST instruments and it will receive MIDI, but it won't record the notes, it'll record the output. So it's very interesting. Even though it was in the original Evo, it's interesting. Well, one of the things that's a really good thought there. One of the things that's interesting there is that we've got a really full, robust mixing system. It's very well thought out. It's battle tested. It's just, you know, there's a lot of thought that's gone into this. And even though they're playing around with the keyboard layouts, which I don't understand why they're doing that. What we have got is the MIDI implementation. Although I really liked it, the implementation was really cool. In the same way that when you're going over clips, it highlights the clips, which we'll get to in a little bit here. I think that it was less developed, it was less sophisticated, and it needed more work. It felt a little bit old. Also, it didn't take things like expression graphs or velocity graphs. You could edit your velocity, but you couldn't visually do it, and which was a little disappointing when I really thought I was going to be able to make some music on this. But it's not to say that it isn't on someone's radar. I know it's on my radar, and we'll see. We will see. All right, and to get a bit of clarity, let's just color these a little bit, so just so that it has a little bit. Now, background vocals I had as green, so let's just do this as green. So if I just go in and I'll just pop this background color, custom color, let's pop it in a little bit of a green here. Boop, that's too bright. Oh, it's background color. I need to reset. It's clip color that I want. Still too bright though, huh? Clip color, custom color. Let's make it a less green. Oops. There you go. That's not bad, eh? So now what I can do is I would do I would go to, how do I do this? I would go to copy channel, and then I would go to these guys here, paste special, color, and I think that works. Oh, by Jove, it doesn't. Really? I think I was doing it the wrong way. I was doing this just the other day. Let's just go path. Let's just do it this way. Like, let's go just copy. Nope. My goodness, I need to do this a bit more often. No. Huh. I'm going to do it again. clip color, custom color, green, less green. By Jove, I thought I'd really got this done. Anyone know how to do this? That's really weird. I really thought that I was able to do it in here. Huh. Let's just go copy channel, and then I really thought I could just go paste special, color. Yeah. Yeah, you can. I'm not crazy. Let's paste special, and but I did it the other day from in there. All right, and then keys. What were keys? What was the keys color? Do we have a color for keys? That's red. Red might be a bit much though. Let's just do this. Clip color, custom color. Let's do red, but let's just make it less intense. And let's go copy channel. Boop, boop, boop. All right. Edit, paste special, color. I really thought you could do that the other day. All right. And then bass. What was bass? Bass was red. No, bass was keys was bass is pink. And that's guitar. What's guitar? Green. All right. Okay. Pinky poo. And then we're going to go green. I don't really need to do this. It's kind of a bit much, isn't it? That's green again. I've done 2 greens. That's silly. Now everything's green. Percussion and drums was a darker, weirder pink. Let's just do that. Tracks, clip color, custom color. It was kind of like a this. Everything's really weird. I'm not going to do that color. I'm going to go orange. I think orange is better. Okay, copy channel. Paste special, color. Guys, look what happened. Why didn't it do that? Copy channel. Oh, I'm just going to go here. And then paste special. Wow, I'm not having much luck. You know what? I'm just going to abandon that. That's kind of really weird. Why is it doing that? I mean, if I go copy though, it'll copy the whole. I don't want to copy the track. I want it to. Let's just last time. If it doesn't work this time, then I'll just call it a day. Did it? All right. And then vocals were. I'm going to say vocals are blue, just to make things easier to look at. Not that we'll be really looking at this. Tracks, track clip color, custom color. Let's go for a blue-esque. It's kind of a blue already, dude. I'll make it different. I go edit, copy. Tracks. Oh no, sorry. Paste special. Paste special is an old sounding thing. And then we've got synths, which are going to be red. All right. Now we're going to do another cool thing after this. Red. Wow, that's very, very red, isn't it? Oh, now it's orange. Okay, we'll do that. And then we'll clip. There we go. Right, done. Finally. Wow, that felt like it took for ages. But it does make things nicer. All right, one of the things I'm going to do now I'm going to go up, I'm going to select all tracks, and then one of the things, no, actually I'm going to deselect all tracks. If I look at these tracks, they're all pretty well maxed out. Like the display level is pretty good in all of them. Right? So I don't think, I was going to do a thing where you go clip level and then bring up the clip levels, but I don't think we need to. But what we do need to do is make things a little bit clearer for ourselves. So if I go in a little bit more, let's go to 16 tracks, and I come up here, have a little look around. Let's just zoom in a little bit. What I'm going to do here, and this is something I think is very cool. I know you can do this in Logic. I think it's not as nice. So you go select all tracks. Don't know why I went down there. Right? And now I'm going to do this thing called, oh, actually, you know what's not good is that I've got like 200 million other tracks. So I only need 90 tracks in total, 85 tracks in total. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to switch off all these other tracks. So track count 85, yeah? Hang on. Just going to save. And it was 85. Bonk. There we go. That's nice. That's more like it. Okay. So let's go back to this. Let's go back to 16 tracks so we can see a lot more. And one of the things that I think is really cool about this, and as I said, I think it's you can do this in Logic, but watch this. Select all tracks. Don't know why it goes to the bottom. Right? Then we're going to go to Process, and we're going to go to Gate Preview. Ooh! I'm going to click on Use Audio, and then you basically just adjust this to basically cut off any excess stuff and make them all into little clips. Now you have to be a little bit careful because there's some stuff in there that you realize, like, oh, I'm killing some stuff, but you just need, now you can just kind of look around and see if there's anything that is needing it. Now, I'm realizing I don't want to select all tracks. You know why? Because I don't want to do the drum tracks. So let's just go up to the top, and let's just let's do 24, and let's just select these tracks, and let's get the keyboard tracks. The electric piano just goes all the way through, as does the bass. So those ones don't need to be cut up. It's more just some of the visuals, and then the toms, it's just for cleanliness. Let's just do those ones first, and then let's just do these keyboards too. Okay. They're kind of all the way through, but we'll see. Oh, shit. My range got me. All right. Bonk, and these two. Okay. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the gate preview, and I can easily just take out extra stuff, so I've just not got big blobs going along. And I think there we go. I think that's basically it. Let's look at the bottom one down there. Yeah, that's pretty good. And let's just gate those. Bonk. Close. Now, when you can see when you're going over tracks, they all get highlighted. Oops. And they're going over them. So if I'm looking at these, you can see the way the clips get highlighted, which I think is very, very pretty. It's also very easy. It makes it easier when you're doing Foley and stuff like that. So yeah, I would say the keyboards maybe don't need so much because they're going all the way through. And then the toms. So we are now ready to actually mix. Isn't that crazy? Let me just check something, making sure everything's good. All right, let's start with the drums. We're going to go on the drums. We're going to listen to just the drums on their own. We're going to mute everything else. We've got drums going. Let's go to the drums page, and let's have a little listen here. Let's go to the beginning. Oh, one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the mixer, I'm going to put the meters to I want the meters to be post fader, so that when the faders are down, they don't show up as like an input. There we go. Save. Let's go forward a little bit. All right, let's start with the basics. Snare doesn't sound like much at all, does it? Wow. So, all of these, it's difficult to sort of say that anything needs EQ, and they're all probably been pre-EQ'd, but let's just have a little fun. Feels like this needs a little bit of a something or other. I'm actually going to use that to take out this little woolly part here. There we go. There we go. And then this one, I'm going to bring up a little bit there. And then a little bit the bass. There we go. Okay. And then the snare feels really this. I mean, that's it. I think as well, I'd probably just bring up a little bit of goodness on there. Oops. Give that a little bit more whatevers. A little bit in high. Whoops. Alright, let's bring the other things. So let's start balancing these things out too, because they all feel a little bit, I know that their stereo stuff is already out there, but I'm going to remix that. If you have some time later, Chris, I have some suggestions from a new trailer. Ooh, it's a competition that's proved no copyright problems. Fantastic, I'd love to hear that. Fantastic, let's talk about that. With this one here, let's just listen to the cabasa. Let's just bring down the spread and then move it over a little bit to the left. Yeah. Let's have a little of the congas. Let's move that down and move it over to the right a little bit. Oh, I can just bring that one. Just put that over to the left a little bit. There we go. Wow, I'm getting adverts. Those toms are... Wow, the toms are really... Let's listen to the toms. Toms feel kind of lacking, don't they? Let's just bring it a little bit of up on the top of the toms. And then they also feel like they're just down in the mix. Or they just feel a bit weak. Just bring them up a little bit. Okay, let's go back to the beginning. So again, I'm going to bring them in and I'll give it a bit of a movement. Okay, next one, bring them in a bit. And I've got the low tom I'm going to put over to the right. There we go. And then let's have a little listen to these little guys. Whoops. What are these fellows? Oh. Oh, not the tom. Alright, I'll just throw these around a little bit. Alright. Snare in the middle. Snare just, now let's just bring the snare a little bit. Okay. So it's all modular. I would probably put the knobs for the DSP over the audio editor because you spend 80% of your time tweaking knobs. I know it would look as cool. Sweet spot rings. Actually, you know what? That's a really good call. That's a totally good call. This is obviously for monitoring. This one here, if I go to the... this one here is for the monitoring. And I visit this less until I really get into stuff. And because it's good for just listening to your buses. You can just listen to your bus instead of going over here. But I tend to just go over here. You're right. Moving a faders into the middle, it does make it more. It does make more sense. And maybe you're absolutely right. But what I can also do is, instead of when I'm getting to that point that I really need to tweak, I can tweak it here. I can actually do it from here. Like I can, if I look here onto this one here, if I go, I don't start messing things up, but basically, if I go back to, here, zoink, and then I switch that off, and then I switch this on. Look at that. So you see, you've got path, you got EQ and dynamics, and auxiliaries. So you can tweak the EQ here very easily. You've got your 4 bands to the side, and anything that you want to adjust, you can just do it right here, right? So you got your low, you've got your low gain, and then your middle. You can see it right there: high, bell, middle bell, lower bell, and then low. And then these are your frequencies. And then if you go Alt, it takes you to the either their in or out, and also their Q there. So you can actually do it from here. Same with panning. Actually, do the panning from here. I end up doing it less on the desk. And then dynamic, same thing. I can switch on your compressor, gate limiter, and all that kind of stuff. And you can adjust them all from here. So I totally get what you're saying. Let's see if I can put this back. Oh, I can. Fantastic. I've gained control. But yeah, I use this middle part so much, but I totally respect what you're saying. It is about having that sweet spot, but you do get that sweet spot control here, which is obviously fantastic. So we've got the drums in a kind of place. What was I doing there? I was about to do something with the snare. You know what I might do just now? I may as well just set up some auxiliaries whilst I'm here. So I'm going to go into this page. I'm going to make. I'm going to go to my auxiliary bus, and let's make an auxiliary one. Let's make it mono. Let's make it stereo, and I'll just call it reverb. Bonk. And on this track here, no, I'll pop it right here. Let's go back to setup. Then I press fader sets, map faders, and then here I'm going to make it nice and simple. Let me see if I can do this. I will then press, so I've done my fader sets here, and it's come up with all the different tracks here. Then I'm going to click on buses, and then now it shows up all my handy dandy buses here, right? But I'm going to go to auxiliary map, and now it shows me reverb. Oh, and the other ones that are just named there. So I'm going to map reverb, bonk, to right there, and it's done. I can now exit out of that. And let's see if I can go back to this screen here. Bonk, and let's go to 1. And then now you can see that on the very end here, I've got my reverb. So handy dandy there. Look at you just there. Wonder if I can do this. Will this work, or will this start messing things up? Let's go to 4. Here's another angle. Ta-da! This is the one that shows my tummy. That's not very nice. Okay, we're going back to, let's go back to that. Whoops. There we go. All right. Fine. Right. We've done some of that. There was something I was going to do there. Oh, I was going to give it a little bit of reverb. So let's go back to the drums. It is really easy for me to just get distracted. So let's just say I'm on the drums here, snare. I can either there's a couple of ways I can do this. Let me go back to the main. A couple of ways I can do this. I can just press auxiliary, boop, right, and then switch on this one, and it says on the screen reverb. It says it already there, and then I can just dial that up, and you can see there's a little adjuster there. You can see it. I'm adjusting it here. Can you see that on the left screen over there? So I'm just adjusting the amount of reverb. I can also just go into the channel for the snare, bump like that, and then you can see there's a reverb thingamajig there too. So there's various ways I can do it. You can also do sends on faders too. So let's just have a little listen. Oh, we didn't actually put anything on that reverb, so let's do that. So let's go down to channel 5. Let's go down to our reverb channel. Let's do a quick project save. And now let's go mixer. And I'm going to do this one again just so you can see it. It's kind of cool. Let me go off of this and on of this. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to go on to plugins, configure, add plugin, and then I've got a list of plugins which you can't see right now, but I'm going to put on where did you go? LX480 Essentials, just that one there. I'm going to add that, and then the controls for it come up on the side here. Isn't that cool? Now you can't see that, of course, but now let me come out of that. Let's go back onto here. So now you can see it's up on the main screen there, and I'm just going to put in a very kind of nothing crazy. I'm going to put in some long vocal warm ballad, or pop hall. Let's put that one in there. I'm going to go full wet on that. So now we've got that. Let me just check to see if that that reverb is going to the main thing. It is. Very good. All right. So now if I go back to my, I'm going to have that there. I've got everything muted apart from drums. Let's go back to my drums. Let's now select the snare, and I've put some reverb on it. I'll switch it off for now. Listen. A little bit snare. Whoa. I think that's too massive. I'll probably bring that reverb down. It's just ridiculous. Look at that. But the little beep boop, those could have a little bit of it. So I'll come off of that. Now I'm going to go to my auxiliary. So if I click here, let me show you on the desk. If I go back to 1, I can get it down here. The way it works is you click on here. It shows you all the pan stuff, everything to do with panning, to do with you know, spreading of them, and then in here you got that divergence, the rotation. Every button here has got an alternate thing that it shows you different information. EQ, you've got all your standard EQ things, and then you've got an alternate screen for filtering, and also for Q and stuff like that. Auxiliaries, compressor, limiter, everything. Everyone's got its own page, and it changes everything there depending on what you're doing. It's very, very handy. So I'm going to go to the auxiliary page, and then here I know that these are the 2 little percussion dealios right here, where I play this. Oh, was there another little... Oh, that's it. So I'm going to switch on the reverb for that. Look at that. Just add a little reverb there. There you go. That's nice. Save project. And then let's come back to where we were. Boom. Okay, how are we all doing? So we've done the drums-ish. Right, let's move on to the guitars and bass. Let's listen to those little fellows. And the guitars and bass are here. The bass sounds really weedy too. Wow. I'm gonna switch on. The bass seems so high, doesn't it? I'm just gonna bring up the bass's EQ. All right. And then the guitars for left and right, they are just spread out all the way. So I wonder if we can just pan them over to the rights and lefts there. Let's go to the mixer path. Yeah, let's on that track there, I'm just gonna bring down so it doesn't spread out so much, and then I'll do the same for this side. So again, I'm using both hands. It's so handy. There we go. Is there a chorus on that? There is. It feels like we could add one, but let's just see what it's like that for now. All right, we've got our drums done, so let's just see what we've got there. We've got drums and we've got our bass and guitars. I know straight away that when I go to my drums here, my hi-hats are just way too loud. My dog just came to see me. Come on, Coconut, come here. Come here. Look at this dog. Look at this dog. Oh my goodness, this dog is cute. Oh, I don't know what she wants. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? I took you out. You've already been out. All right, there you go. Good girl. Okay. So that's not bad. Now let's go and get some keys going on there. Let's just listen to the keys on their own. We're going to mute everything else. And we're going to come over. We've got our... That's such a cool sound. Okay, so we've got the piano here. And again, it's kind of just like there. I'm going to spread it out a little bit. That's more. That's better. And again on those ones, I think I'm going to throw a little, I will put a little reverb on them, but I'm going to change that reverb. Let me see, hear what that sounds like. Come on. Okay, we've got to go and fix that reverb. Holy moly, it's insane. So I go back to that track, I come back, I press my plugins button right here, bonk, it brings it up, and I think we just need to bring down the reverb time to something not like 5 million seconds. Of course it's not doing it now. Alright, I think that'll be fine. Let me close this. Boop. I have to be careful. When I jump between the other pages here, it's fine. When I jump in and out of plugins, if I don't wait for those VSTs to load, bad things happen. All right. Oh, you're back. I'm glad you're back, DaVinci Girl. So So let's go back to our panel with the keys. I think those sound all right. So let's just have them in comparison. We need to see if there's any other areas here where they're more featured. There's just got the synth mix stuff. So let's just go to that. Oh wow, they're both very similar. Well, let's just synth mix 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm just going to spread them around a little bit. That's all I'm going to do. Give them a little. How's your father? So I'll do one really over there. The next one more there. Don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing. And then I change this and then go to here and change that and go to that. Again, I wanted to show you how simple that was. If I go back to my other page, my overhead, I was just doing that and I could do that, but you've got spread and stuff like that going on, so it's very easy for me to go like that, and then I just use both hands, one to change the spread, you can see right here, and then one to change the positioning, and I just move it over like that, and then very simply I can just see that one's there, this one's here, and this one's there, and it could be a little bit smaller, and now they sound like this. I know I have to be careful with how much I play. There's something going on there. What was that? I just heard something. It's like... That one's okay. That one's okay. Oh! Listen to that. It's distorted. Oh, right. When that is that happen? Is that just at that moment? We'll need to remember that if we're going to do some automation. I might just bring that one a little bit lower. But here we go. If we just listen to those. How wonderful is that? My God. It is so utterly good. All right, so now we've got our keys that we were listening to. We've done our guitars and the bass and the drums. What we haven't touched is the background vocals. Let's have a little listen to them. So we know that they are up here, and let's have a little listen. Okay, are we on that background only?
Why? Why?
Oh.
Why?
Okay, there's a delay there, and I think that's the that's this fellow right here. Oh, interesting. Okay, we're gonna have to put a a little gate on that. So let's select that. Let's go to our little gatey poo thing, and let's see what we can do. Let's zoom in a little bit here. Have a little look-see, and let's pop on. So I'm gonna on here. I'm going to put in my limiter, and I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna bring it right down. And let me go back to the normal screen for a minute. Whatever normal is, this is it. It is not. Yeah, listen to this. So here's this. So you can hear there's noise in here. Let me go even closer. You know what's funny? I mean, when you hear it with the whole thing, it sounds good, but it's interesting hearing that. I think that needs to be. Let's just do that a little bit there. So I'm putting a little limiter on this, a gate on this, and I'm taking the background right out so that we don't get that other repeat going on. Now, as you can hear, I've got the release time right here. Can you see that? I hope you can. Yeah, let me see. You are seeing that left-hand screen. Yes, you are. Okay. So I'm changing the release time here, and then I'm also in the whole. You press the Alt button, and then you can go. I'm just going to add about 100 milliseconds of hold, just so it doesn't go off straight away, and then I can tighten up the release. And then I'm going to tighten this up a bit more. That's low enough. And then the release, I'll just add a little bit more. There you go, tidied. All right, cool. So let's just go back to, let's give me 8 tracks so we can just see all of the background vocals. So what was, let's have a listen to all of them here. Let's listen to the whys.
Why?
Oh, there's 2 sets of whys.
Why?
So you know what we'll do with Y1? I'm gonna be throwing that over to the left. I'm gonna have a bit more space here. And then with Y2, I'm just not gonna make any references to the real record, and I'm just gonna pretend that I know I'm allowed to do this. Like the recording gods would be like, no, you cannot. You're not allowed to mess with the panning. But let's see.
Why?
That's better. Make it even tighter.
Why?
There's a lot of bleed in there, so let's just fix that. Let's listen to that. Let's go into the limiter. Boop, boop. Let's bring that right down. Helps if I press play.
Why?
And I'll have a little bit more of a release.
Why?
Bit more.
Why?
And the attack it's there. By the way, something that you can't see is that if I go to this one here, you might be able to see, if you keep an eye on the very, very top left, when I'm looking at this angle, it's sometimes difficult to know if this thing going up here is going into the limiter. So what's great is that when you touch the actual, yeah, it's going to be difficult to see. But when I touch this, it's highlighting it here so that I know that I'm touching the right one. It is just something that makes life just so much handier. So let's just listen to that.
Why?
And I know that my attack is really, really, it's nice and tight there.
Why?
I think we can have more tail.
Why?
No, that's enough. All right, cool. Yeah, I mean, the funny thing is with this blue key, I talked about this blue key before. If you press anything and touch it, it resets it. So you can just literally go touch, and it just resets that whole area in the EQ or the auxiliaries or whatever. If you feel like you've messed anything up, sometimes I'll go into here, and if I know I've touched things here, I'll just go tap. Resets. Serves me. All right, so we've got that one there, and let's do the same. So let's see if I can do this. I should be able to do this. I should be able to go copy channel, then go to this channel, and then I'm going to paste special. Oh no, it doesn't do that. Oh no. Gain, EQ. Did it do it? No. All right, fine. I'll do it myself. That's a great thing. It doesn't really take long to do. So let me set it up. And then I'll bring down the attack. So now we're going to listen to this one.
Why?
There's a little click at the beginning there. So if I just go onto this track here, I can easily just go in like this. This thing is this speed as well is just so nice. And also, Fairlight were the ones that really made this whole keep the timeline underneath moving and keep the timeline in the middle. And now that's in Resolve as well, and I think it's a great feature. I've always wanted it. And it's finally in Final Cut. My goodness. Anyway, here we go. A very quick edit. I come onto the edit page. I'm in the editor. I'm going to go to Trim, and then I'm going to Trim Head. Boop, boop. That's all I did. 2 button clicks.
Why?
And I can bring that limiter up. That limiter. I keep on saying limiter. The gate.
Why?
And then also, I might, at the same time on the whys, I'm going to come out of this and go to my auxiliaries and just switch on a bit of reverb on the whys. Why not?
Why?
There you go. Ooh.
Why?
And I think, let's have a little listen to the next guys up there.
Why?
Sounds like it's saying Vi. Hear that? I know that we don't need to, but I think what it would be good to just kind of show you how easy it is just to clean up those things. So let's just say I'm in the editor here, and I hear those bits and pieces that we're hearing there, right? Right? Let's just go in here, and then all I need to do is, I'm in my copy, cut, paste thing, and then I just go split clip, and then here I go to trim, and then trim head. Done. Then I go here, same thing. I go split clip, move over, so it's my left hand, then it goes to my right hand, then it goes, I go to trim with my left hand, then trim with my right. Same thing again. I go in, split the clip, go to trim. It's so damn fast. It's ridiculous. And then here I don't need to do anything. It's already in the trim mode, trim tail. And then let's see what were these things. They were nothing. So actually, if I'm going to go into erase, listening to this, erase clip, erase clip, same thing with that. These are all just erasable. Now these things are the actual. No. So I'll go over here, and then I'll basically just go split clip, and then here I will go erase clip and erase clip. See how quick that is?
Why?
And now I'm going to do the same. Wow, it's kind of wacky that I'm getting it's so many adverts. Sorry about that. So so here we go. Here I'm going to go split clip, and I'll just take out those last little bits there, and then I'll go to erase, copy, kill the clip. These are all the same thing here. This is all nonsense. And that's stuff that was probably could have been taken out with the gator, you know. Let me go to now. I don't know why my messages have disappeared. Huh? Oh, there they are. Okay. All right, and then again, I'm just going to start trimming some of this stuff off here.
Why?
May as well. I can zoom right in. So I'll just go split clip, trim head, split clip, trim. This is all non-destructive, of course. So if I decide, like at that point there, it's like, oh, I've killed a bit too much, for instance.
Why? around. Why?
There you go. No biggie. Come along here. It's quite, I find it's quite therapeutic doing this. I can just go dunk, split. Oh, no, that was an actual thing. Don't need to do that. That's actual. I was about to delete the cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-chas. That would be no good. This one here. Come on. Yeah, the thing is, it's all in the mix, so you probably really never hear it. But seeing as we're here, we may as well just take care of it, shall we? All right. So that's that. And then the other ones are, let's just listen to them all now. So we've got all of those going. Let's just check to see if we've got them all.
That way.
Isn't it funny how that way sounds like in a cardboard box?
That way. That way.
Wow. I guess in the mix it's supposed to be like that, but it feels like we maybe just want to. I'm going to switch on the EQs on these ones, because it feels like it needs to be just pepped up a little bit on the top end.
That way. That way.
All right. Again, these ones here, they're bang in the center. Let's just move them around a little bit here.
That way.
That's better.
That way. That way. That way.
Oh, it's got the delay on it. All right. Same with that.
Why? 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 Why?
Wow, so much bleed.
She's keeping him around.
Wow. All right. I've not got these balanced, but they are there. So they all seem a bit loud.
She's keeping him around.
I think these two are a bit loud.
Why? Around. Why? 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 Da da cha 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 cha. Why? Cha 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 cha. Why? Why?
Oh, what was that?
Da da cha 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 cha.
Oh, it's in another channel. It's bleed.
Doesn't do it that way. She's keeping around. Why?
So let's bring in the drums so we can have a bit of context, shall we?
Da da cha 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 cha. Why? Why? Doesn't do it that way. She's keeping around. Why? Why?
All right. Okay, we're in a pretty good place, I feel. Let's start bringing things together. So we can do that, and we can switch off all the solos. We've got our reverb there. We've got our things here. We've got our keys. Oh, guitars. Did we do our guitars? I guess we did. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. Okay. It really feels like it's time to actually listen to this. I've not really done much on the drums, of course, but I've got a feeling it's going to be all right. All right, let's have a listen. his vocals are the least part. I'm not really hearing his final vocals. Let's listen to that on its own.
If you see why, ooh, salam.
Michael Jackson final vocals. We're going to put stuff on that.
Da 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 da. Nothing do it that way. I like living this pain. Why you
Okay, let's go back earlier.
But tell him that is human nature. Does he do it that way? If you see why. Ooh, salam. Does he do it that way? They say. Da 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 da. Does he do it that way? I like living his pain.
Wow, listen to that. Again, this is the... This is all the time before, you know, any direct input to hear what you're doing. I can only hear room audio. Huh? No. Let me just check that. Oh, wow. Hold on a sec. Oh, it should be coming in for sure. Let me just switch on this.
They say.
Wow. Okay. All this time, are you guys not hearing the desk?
But tell him that is human.
So, yeah, now this should be the desk here. Let me boost that up a little bit.
Nature. Does he do it that way? If you see why. Ooh, salam. Does he do it that way? They say. Da 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 da.
There you go. Is that it? Yeah, you should be able to hear it. You should be able to hear the desk coming straight through. I did add another thingy.
Does he do it that way? I like living his pain.
Oh my god, all this time you weren't hearing it. The whole point of the audio and the things, right? So sorry about that. Okay, so now... Wow, okay. Isn't it funny when we hear the other ones? Let's just have a listen to those just because. Wow. Hear that? That's cool. Whoa, listen to that. That's all in there. Now, I know that that's sometimes you can sometimes hear. Hello, Tham's World? Tam's World? Tam's World? Or Tham's World? You were just recommending... Okay, well, welcome, Tam's World. I'm basically showing this Fairlight EVO desk around. It's I like to do these things where I set up the desk, show how I organize everything, and then make a little mix and kind of group things together, make it so that the desk's kind of laid out so I can actually organize things. This one's only got so many tracks, so it's not bad. And then I group things together. And it's also just to show off, this is obviously... This Fairlight desk is it's a Fairlight EVO desk, and this is before Blackmagic bought Fairlight. But this software and also this hardware is now sold by Blackmagic. So, and I like to do these kind of things. So welcome. Not sure what you're doing here. Well, I'm not sure what I'm doing here either. This is the other view. I don't know if you could see this if I go to that. This is the top desk view. And mostly everything is touch sensitive. All these buttons are touch sensitive. So I can, if I touch them, they kind of are represented on the screen here. I can also grab them on the screen because the screens are touch sensitive. All these are little screens everywhere. It's absolutely, it's the most amazing. I find this system. It's one of these things that Blackmagic don't make many videos about this desk, and I find it to be insanely damn good. It's incredible. So, but maybe I'm biased because I have one. Listen to that. All right, so we're going to switch off that. We're going to have a little listen. Maybe this is now going to get a little bit loud here, but we'll be able to get it. I can only play little bits before the copyright police can get me. But let's just zoom out a little bit. And let's see what it sounds like.
Then let me take a bite. If they say why, tell them that it's human nature. Why does he do it that way? If they say why,
I'm going to listen to just his vocals on its own.
tell them that it's human nature. Why?
Some patient, Chris, for a completion example? For some patients, Chris. Sounds great. Briam should do some demo videos for them. Oh well, let's just see.
Does he do it that way? Reaching out, touch a stranger. Electric eyes are everywhere.
So I'm just popping up his vocals and put a bit more reverb on his.
See that girl.
Bit too much compression. Let's just bring that back a little bitty.
She knows I'm watching. She likes the way.
Also, I've got that's the wrong way around. Look, I don't know if you can see on the desk there. I've got my EQ, then compression, and I shouldn't do that because it's going to fight it, isn't it? So now what I need to do is move that around. So if I go to Setup and I go to Mixer Path menu, it's set here. Now let me go to this page here. Let me go out of this. It's set here to I, E, and D, right? So I can actually press this explain button and it'll tell me what it means. Arranges from insert EQ dynamics. I don't want that. I want to go, if I hit explain, dynamics EQ insert. That's what I want. So I can just change that. Now if you look here, and then I'm going to go off of this and go back to this here. I ask for suggestions when your mix is finished. Oh, you want to give me suggestions? Absolutely. I'm not really this isn't going to be a real good mix, you know. Okay, got to get me one of these. This is nice. It is very, very nice. It is not exactly cheap, but the great thing about it is that because it's inside DaVinci Resolve, you can start with one of their desktop consoles, which is basically a fader pack, like this fader pack here. Whoop. It comes with like this, and then you get a bit of control. You get the play buttons and some of this and some of these things down the side of one of these, and it's very, very good. However, I would recommend that that if you did have DaVinci Resolve and the first thing you were going to buy was going to be anything, it would be this panel here. This thing here is like, you can do basically everything. You've got some soft keys, you've got some, everything's programmable. It works with VSTs. It's really, really incredible. Oh, you want suggestions on your mix for the last trailer? I would love to see that. We should talk afterwards. We need to send a link to Blackmagic. Oh, don't worry. I'm talking to them. One of them is a neighbor just down the road from me. So I've taken a bit of compression off there, and now, so what I didn't do is actually change it. So now what I need to do is, on Michael Jackson's vocals, I'm now going to change it to now. If you look at this screen over here to the left, you can see that it's IQ, EQ, then dynamics. Wrong. If you're doing it that way, unless you're fixing something, the dynamics will fight your EQ, of course. So it's better that you change it around. I'll press this, bonk. Now it's moved my dynamics first, then I EQ after the dynamics. So this is probably better now.
She likes the way I stare.
Now I can bring down this.
They say why stare that is human nature. Why do they do it that way? If they say why that is human nature. Why?
There you go. Now I need hardly any compression, just a tiny little top end hit there. That changed it actually. And I also feel like I can bring down a bit of these too. I just did that little notch in the middle there.
Does he do it that way? I like living this way.
All right, here we go. Back to the main thing. And I can instantly jump back. And here we are.
I like loving this way.
Oh. I'm missing keys. Where are they? Huh. That feels like very low. But where's the brass thing? Unless it's all in the mix and I'm just not aware of it. Let me have a listen here. Are we missing something? I thought there was like a brass sound. I'm not hearing that. Are we missing something? I don't think so. But if I just solo those.
I like loving this. Look.
Okay. I really feel like we're missing I don't think I have everything in these multi-tracks. Ooh! My cat is meowing. What? I've fed you. Go upstairs. Be gone with you, cat. Go away. I'm working. Alright. That's really interesting. I'm not sure if I have. Let me just see if it's in there somewhere. Take off the drums. Take off the bass.
That way. Looking out.
Let's go back to that.
I like living this way. I like loving this way.
Too much on his oops. Too much on his reverb. So that's weird. I really think we're missing something.
Does he do it that way? I like living this way. I like loving this way.
Does anyone else remember in the actual track that there's a brass but all I've got is in my things here I've got that and I've got these synth things. Let me check through the tracks here. I've got those soloed, this is why it's handy now, and then I've got all the drums there, there's all the sidekick, and then there's a guitar, and then I've got the it's missing. It's definitely missing. Because there was, if I remember correctly, there was that wah, 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 wah. But now I'm not getting that. And it's basically, these ones are too loud. Bring those down. But it's on that one there, isn't it? Hang on, switch off all the solos. Maybe I just have to bring it up at that point. So maybe it's just at that point then that when it gets to that place.
I'm like loving this way.
It's I don't remember the brass, so you can always add it. I could actually, I think you should do it right there, yes. And I can actually sync this to all of this, so I could do that. Although I don't think I'll be doing it today, but I could. I'm actually working on something else on that machine over there, which I could get to another time. Yeah, it feels like that's actually missing from that. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it, but it's definitely missing. Yeah.
I'm like living this way. I'm like loving this way.
What would that be? I'd have to switch on this thing. I don't know if that's even piped through. It should come through. Let me see if I can wake up this machine. Because what would it be? It's like a DX7 brass sound. That's what it is. If I was to load up Logic and switch on some things here. By the way, is it Tom's World? Is it Tom's World or Tham's World? Tam's World. I think it's Tam's World. There's more upstairs. I've got a bit of a Fairlight obsession, and if you go upstairs, I've got a Fairlight Series 3 and a Fairlight Series 2, and I've also got this Fairlight. You know, so one of my other projects was I kind of built a Fairlight CMI, which was a lot of work. So if I go into Logic here, and I start a new one here, what would it be? What would it be? It would be on it would be under brass, wouldn't it, of some sort? Analog synth brass. That's very loud. It was more warmer. Wasn't a real brass. It was brass. It's like that, but softer. But not detuned like that. It's like not too far away from that, but softer. So if we brought up this, I can't actually bring this in, but it's almost like a soft version of this. If you go back here, oops. It's in there, isn't it?
I'm like loving this way.
It's in there. And if I did that, for instance, and I set my sync on, I don't have a setup, but that's what it would be like. It's like that. less brassy, harsh sounding. It's more the filter in it. There we go.
Does he do it that way? I like living this way. I like loving this way.
That's what it is. It's in there, but it's not in the multi-tracks. Huh. Isn't that bananas? Wow. Okay, well, maybe that's why it was available. Let's just take out a key ingredient. Let's take out the sugar. Okay, I think this is sounding pretty good. What I probably want to do is that if I did want to do any automation, I would probably want to have a little bit going on here. Yeah, it's weird. I could mix it, but without the sound in there, it doesn't need it. The rest is all balanced, you know? We didn't just find a mandala. Yeah, imagine. Yeah, it feels like I have to actually go find it. Okay, here we go. If I go into this is where I get hit with copyright strikes, probably even worse. But if I go in here, I wonder if it's available just to play right now. I don't have it on this. Let's go like this. Come on. Michael Jackson, Human Nature. Is it even available to play? Apparently it is. Right, let's just get to the actual part. Where are we in? We're at 3 minutes. Hang on. I have to skip my own commercial. So it's in there. Here you go, listen. Now obviously my sound is totally wrong, but there you go. We didn't find a mandala. It's actually not there. Oh, hang on. I've also got a somehow managed to move a track here, which isn't so good. Editor. Let's just move this back. How did I do that? All right. Okay, well, I think this sounds pretty good.
Looking out across the morning, the city's heart begins to beat. Reaching out, I touch her shoulder.
You notice as well is that I've really got the vocals up there, and then the other ones are really brought down. My brain always wants to do this. My brain always wants to have everything up there. Because like it's got to be all up, but it doesn't. This is the way that it's got to be. You know?
I'm dreaming of the street. If they say why, tell them that is human nature. Why does he do it that way? If they say why, tell them why.
the guitars are feeling a little bit, that's my only thing. I'm just going to take the guitars, and they feel like they're a little bit like they're old strings. So if I just go into the EQ on those, let me switch on the EQ for kickoff. So EQ, and the EQs are on, I see, and I could just do this. I could reach across and just brighten them up a little bit, and then I could just press the Alt button and then bring down their frequencies a little bit. And let's have a little listen to them on their own. And then if I switch, yeah, you go. See, that's the EQ out. And then also, if I go to auxiliary, they're not got any reverb on them either. So let's just pop a little bit on each of those. Let's just do that. That's better. Save. Why do you not just double track it? Oh, I guess I could, and just, but it's the same thing. I've got a plugin that does nice double tracking, but it doesn't sound, I mean, I think it sounds thick enough now. I could add a little delay to it, perhaps. A little, let's listen to it again. But it sounds nice now, I think. Play. Yeah, we could if we wanted to. Save, and then I go into Mixer, Plugins, Config, Add a Plugin. Let's have a little look-see. Oh, we're looking from the top. Let me just do this. Boop. And I think I'm just going to add, what would be a decent delay to use? You know, I don't really have that many delays. This is a good point. I should really, DaVinci Girl should maybe get some more plugins for sure. If I did it with Supermassive, that might be way too much because Supermassive is insane. Isn't it crazy? Oh, never heard that in the mix either. Bonk. There you go. And I think it's enough just on one. Just need to do a little. That's a little bit of thickening right there. All right, so we'll just come out of that very carefully. Save project. So let's hear that on its own. Let's hear that in the mix now. Bonk. Great. It's almost like the chorus isn't enough on it. You know what? I tell you what. This is what I'll do. I've added delay on one. On the other one, I'll add a little chorus doohickey, right? Mixer, plugins, config, add plugin. This is a very old plugin, but it's just don't tell anyone. Actually, it's not bad at all. So if I listen to that on its own, straight up, that's all you need. Nope, not too much. guitars double track. Yeah, it makes a huge difference. There are some cool plugins now that can take each note and offset them and make it thicker. But I think there's always something intrinsic about the energy of when you're playing, that when you double track, you get real double track. And I think there's not just this random like movement. It's better to have like an energy behind it. And I think that's why when you look at you've obviously seen recently the Michael Jackson breakdowns of the Anthony Marinelli has been doing these great breakdowns with Greg Fillinganes, and he played all the tracks all the way through. There's no sequencing, so they just played it all the way through Thriller, stuff like that. It's crazy. All right, so you add that one with that one. Now it's too much. So now if I get rid of that one and I go into this one, now I need to bring this mix way down because it's too much. Yeah, bring it down. I do real double tracks and do, yeah, I totally agree, Da Vinci Girl. I think it's the right way to do it. Do actual redoing it. It's a huge difference. All right, so we now hear this in context with that, and it's got some stuff. There you go. Tom's World on a real double track. One can hear the department of a the musician playing with themselves. Oh, that didn't sound right. Just saying. I know what you mean. You get into a weight and a movement that otherwise you wouldn't. It's cadence and it's rhythm, and that's where all the juice is. All right, I think we've got a pretty good song here. There is that little thing that's on the keys. I might separate out the keys, or the one where that part is the little emulator part that's in there. Is it this here? Yeah. It just needs to be brought up a little bit. And maybe bring those down and bring that up just a little bit. And let's hear it in context. Boom. There.
Reaching out, touch a stranger. Electric eyes are empty.
Guitars need a tiny little tweak on the top end. Just a wee bitty more. Let's come off of that and let's go to path and let's just look and see what it's like right now. And I think it's just the frequency of the top end that just needs to come back. Maybe it just needs a bit more. Listen to that on its own. I don't like the chorus in there. I think it's too much. It's like detuning. So if I listen to that, it's the depth. I touch the depth and the delay, and that can all just come down. That's better. It was too detuny. Studio G Dallas. Hey, Studio G. Yeah, you should get an Evo. I might have a few bits and pieces here. How you doing? A chorus, a dab. You're right. So now I've got a little delay and a little dab, and I brought up the a bit in the kind of 3K area. Oh, just as the guitar finished. Here we go. Also, yeah, I put the insert, I put the chorus before the. I wonder if that would make a difference. Let's listen to that. Let's go to Mixer, Path Menu, and I'm going to change it from. We've got the effect before the EQ. Okay, and then this is the effect after the EQ. Play. Doesn't really affect it much, but I think it should be after. It should be my where is it? I want it right at the end. That there, 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 there. That'll do. I wish I could have it after the EQ. Is that possible? Right. Okay. Cool. I think we are. I think we're in a good place. So now that we've done that, and I can come back and I'll listen to this in its glory.
Do they do it that way? If they say why? Shut up, that is you and nature. Why?
Let me just move the guitars across a little bit. I think one's over there and one's over there. I think they need to. They're just. It's too left and righty. I'm going to bring them both in a little bit, but not enough that it's going to get in the way of the vocals. Just a little. Got this thing called divergence, which is really cool. I can show you that. It doesn't. It doesn't work on this, but I like the. Oops, a daisy. Now I've done it. It just looks nice. It's for Dolby. Look at that. And then you can also do rotates, so you can rotate things around. Not that it'll make a difference, but if we did listen to it, it would do this. Hang on. Ooh! And so say I've totally messed that up. Now what can I do? Hold down the blue key, tap, 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 goes back to normal. Isn't that great? And now I'm just going to put the spread and put it a bit more like that. Check it with the other one. Boop, boop. Yeah, it's fine. Probably make the other one a little bit smaller. All right, cool, cool. So now they operate. You can see it operates in this little small stereo area. The stereo field is in there. So even if it's a stereo track, you're just limiting into that one area. It works. It's so nice in the way that it works visually. I think it's way better than say Logic or anything like that. Okay, here we go.
That way. I'm like living this way. I'm like loving this way.
Oh wow, we've got some bogies on the screen here. I've totally lost control of this thing. Off. And oh! That's actually kind of close to what I wanted. Balls to you, stupid machine. Oh dear. Oh, I had it then. Yeah, I've totally gaffed this up. I don't know how I can manage to make something so not right. Oh, that's a shame. I really don't know what I've done here. Alright, we're back to basics here. Now I can go to this, and that should work. It's a switch. Ah, finally. Okay, we're back. Now if I go back to this, pop, auto. Now we can see the desk. Right, so there we go. There's the final setup. I have my my background vocals all here with my whys and all that. I've got Michael Jackson's audio right here. I've got the final audios right next to me to be in the sweet spot here. I've got my keyboards, bass, and then guitars, which are over there we've been playing with. On the next page I've got all of the drums. I probably should have actually, split them out into percussion as well as drums, but it's okay. And then I've got the rest of the synths here, and then that's all there is. And then I've got all my buses here. I've got my reverb at one end here, and then I've got all my buses bussing, doing their bussing things.
Looking out across the morning, the city's heart begins to beat.
I mean, to be honest, let's just be honest here. It's difficult to go wrong with a mix like this, with these tracks like this. They're all so incredibly good, and I love listening to this. I think it's super important for people to hear how these songs were put together and to hear the craftsmen that were and the incredible musicianship that went on with these songs like this. So I think we're good here. I could break out that and go for another hour or so, but I think we've been going for 2.5 hours already. So I think we're good. I thank you very much, and I guess we'll be calling it a day unless there's any other questions. Oh, you double track guitars and only possible in max 30 grade. Oh, outside of the middle. I did not know that. There's some things that are in the new DaVinci Resolve which are cool, like the Atmos mixing built in, but it doesn't have the license for going to do theatrical without buying an extra license. It's the same software, just it's software hamstrung. But that's on the free version. On the studio version, I think you can do it now. I think they're making it like that. It's amazing. Yeah, Resolve is, and the Fairlight inside Resolve is just incredible. But working with the mouse it's so different to moving and dynamically doing things. It's so much more fun. And at the end of the day, I feel like I've moved and worked out, you know? So, yeah. Well, thank you very much. I will see you on the next one. If there's any requests for any songs, or if anyone knows where to get good multi-tracks in the first place, give me a shout in the comments. All right. I'm going to call it a day, and we'll fade out with Michael Jackson, I think.
Reaching out, I touch her shoulder. I'm dreaming of a street. If they say why, tell them that is human nature. Why?